Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be breaking down some powerful bodyweight movements for your core and abs. And to start off with, we're going to hit one of my favorite core crushers, which is knee to elbow cycles. Simple, brutal, and effective. Start with your back flat on the ground, and then what you want to do is bring your left knee to your right elbow and vice versa. So as you can see here, my left and right are touching, and then my right and left are touching. This is going to really cause your core to crunch and your abs to contract. As you can see from the video, my abs are fully flexed when I am touching each of them. You don't want to actually use too much power when you touch your knee to your elbow because you might hurt yourself. So unless you really hate yourself, then do not do this. You can get a good crunch on your abs, just lightly tapping, and extend the other leg straight. Next up, we have toe tap crunches. For this exercise, what you want to do again is lie down flat on your back. Make your legs as straight as possible. I would personally recommend a slight bend so that you can actually then crunch and not have your lower back come off the ground. And then what you want to do is definitely keep your arms completely straight and then reach for the stars, basically your feet, and crunch like that. Third exercise is going to be laying leg raises. But before I go into what you need to do with your legs, look at my fingertips, and as you can see, I'm digging into the ground. I'm basically pushing into the ground with my fingertips to keep my upper body stable. From there, you want to bear in mind that your feet should be together and that your legs should be straight, and then lift your legs up until about 45 degrees with the ground. You don't want to come all the way up because then your lower back can come off the ground and you won't get the maximum contraction on your abs. So for this type of training, you want to make sure that your abs are fully contracting at the top of each movement, and then you come out of it by going back down and you repeat this. So this is going to be basically multiple contractions, which is the scientific way of explaining it, throughout 1 minute, which is a period of time. So as you can see, again, my fingers are being pushed into the ground, keeping my upper body stable. My feet are together, my legs are straight, and I'm raising to about 45 degrees and then bringing my heels down just above the ground, and I'm going up and down for as many reps. Next up, we have a similar type of exercise. In terms of lower back positioning, it's going to be the same, but then as you can see, my hands are actually flat. The reason why you want your hands to be flat and not on your fingertips, which is quite a specific detail, but it does make a difference, is because your legs are not going to come as high. With the leg flutters, what you want to do is alternate which leg you move up and down, and then the reason why you want to keep your hands flat is because you actually are not raising them as high, so there's less chance that your upper body or lower back even is going to come off the ground. So hands flat to your sides is good for this one. Then you want to look up straight to your feet, which will keep your spine in a nice alignment as you're laying down. And you basically want to alternate feet as quickly as possible, so it's quite a rapid movement. And if you've never done this before, you actually build coordination as well, alternating your feet. So it's a very good exercise to cause a large amount of burn in your abs, which I personally think should be part of any ab training routine, because if you're not burning them, you're not training them optimally. You can contract your abs without burning them, but I wouldn't recommend this. This is another one of my personal favorites. It's called X's and O's, but I'm probably doing more of a T and O, which also works very well because it's a bit easier. The X and O will basically just mean putting your arms above your head, but this works really well too. So this is a T and O, and what you're going to do is go into the letter T, as you can see, with my legs straight and my arms out, and then come into a small O and crunch, bringing your fingertips to your heels. As you can see here, what I'm doing is I'm opening up my body and then I'm touching my heels with my hand. Once I touch my heels, that's the checkpoint for me to then open up again and then come back in again. And this is just a higher angle so you can see a bit better. My feet are together, my legs are straight at the end. I'm not rushing the movement, I'm just simply doing it explosively. But if you haven't done this before, you might want to start off with lower reps, doing clean form, and eventually working your way up to doing more reps, as you see me doing here per set. 10 to 20 reps per set is pretty much ideal. And if you've never done it before, don't worry, be patient, work up to it, just like I did, and eventually you'll have better abs. And now we have the knee slides, which is basically a crunch variation. You're not coming all the way up with your head, you're just coming off the ground a little bit with your upper back, enough to crunch your abs, and then you're going to go back down and lie back down. The key detail on this is that you are having your knees bent, first of all, and you are basically causing like an upside down V shape with your knees. If your distance between the heels and the glutes is too far, then you won't be able to crunch your abs properly. So try to mimic the angle that I have here. And then another key detail is to keep your hands on your knees the whole time. So as you can see, there's no gap between my hand and my leg. all I'm doing is sliding until my fingers go over and I can't see them, and then I'm coming straight back down. This is going to be the ultimate way to crunch your abs. And with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, get out there and start training your abs. Like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.